Hey there guys, what's going on? Today we've got another video in our best class setups in Modern Warfare series. Season 3 is of course going very well at the moment. All the content is very fun to play, very enjoyable. There's a lot going on at the moment. And we are looking again at the hottest, newest sidearm in Modern Warfare, the Renetti. Now do hear me out, this is not a mistake. We did make a video on this a couple of days ago, but when I was going over it, I did actually miss something. Of course, this pistol can one burst with the 3-round burst setup if you get close enough, but I did actually gloss over something that is incredibly overpowered in this game when you are sprinting around. The Akimbo perk with the Renetti is absolutely insane. So you get the burst fire, you get that increase to your rate of fire, you get the lightweight trigger, you get the 1 milliwatt or the 5 milliwatt laser, and you're just the Akimbo perk and you're just unstoppable. Like, I thought this was definitely one of the most powerful sidearms in the game at the moment. Just one of them, just burst people down, get up close, really powerful, super fun to use. But, how did I miss this when I was making the video? Like, I definitely should have considered the Akimbo perk when I was making the first video, but of course we are taking a look at that today because it is blatantly overpowered and this is definitely going to get nerfed in the next patch, which might end up coming very soon, just to nerf how overpowered the Renetti is. But just before we do talk about this very overpowered Renetti class setup, let's try and get this video to 15 likes. You guys have been absolutely crushing it recently with all the likes, goals, and stuff like that. Subscribing and everything has been absolutely wonderful from you guys. We are very close to 1,000 subscribers now. I think we're at 977 as of recording this. So thank you very much for supporting me and my videos. Also, 96.2% of you watching this video, and I'm talking directly to you right now, sitting there in the chair, watching on your phone or your computer. I'm talking to you. You aren't subscribed, so make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on so you get notified when my videos go live if you haven't done so already. Let's try and get this number close to 90%. So let's talk about this absolutely busted 3-round burst Akimbo setup with the Renetti here. So the key points here again, 3 burst pistol, potential 1 burst at close range, 2 burst at medium range, but this time you've got 2 of them. It's basically the same class setup as before, but it's twice as overpowered. Like, I cannot believe I didn't recommend this earlier. I somehow missed it when I was making the original video, so I'm very sorry, but that class setup is still very good, but it's not as good as this one because imagine having such an overpowered weapon, but now you've got 2 of them. Just so you guys don't have to wait until the end, I'm going to show it here for those guys, and it's completely fine if you do want to leave and turn off the video at this stage and go melt people with this insane class setup for yourself. But the rest of you, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth in explaining all the attachments that we've chosen like we normally do. If you are out at this stage and you're leaving, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it, of course. Right, so starting with the primary perks and grenade choices again, we'll go over them quite quickly because they're pretty much the same on most of these classes. Normally with the pistol sidearm class, we rock the riot shield as we normally would do, but again, the MP5 is an excellent thing to have here. There's a little bonus trick that you can pull off. If you do have the MP5 with the fully loaded perk, it means you'll have full 9mm ammo for both of these weapons. And then you can set up your MP5 class basically however you want to. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you put in the MP5, it's going to be absolutely insane anyway, so I set it up like this with the monolithic integral suppressor, the F-Tac collapsible, the Merc foregrip, and the 45-round mags, and of course, as I said, the fully loaded perk. But again, just the fully loaded perk is really the only thing you need for this specific class setup. With the Renetti, just you want those extra bullets, and they're really powerful. Again, with the perk meta, it is pretty much stabilized recently as these 3 perks mostly, depending on what you're coming up against. If you're coming up against someone with a lot of explosives or like an RPG or something like that, you want EOD, so you don't die to those explosives. Or Quick Fix is another great option, so you get that health regeneration as soon as you do get a kill, which is sometimes more powerful than a stim shot. Perk 2, we do have Ghost, of course, which is perfect for staying off those UAVs, radar drones, and heartbeat sensors. And it does work in perfect combination with our 3rd perk as well, which is Tracker, which does leave us an enemy footprint trail that we can follow and sort of sneak up on people and stuff like that. You also see the markers at enemy death locations, and it hides the death markers of enemies that you do kill, which is super powerful. So, for example, if you are pushing a lane and you do end up killing someone and you want to push around that corner as well, the enemy won't know that you've killed them. So again, information is very important in Call of Duty, and every single piece of information that you do give to the enemy or they give to you means you're more likely or they're more likely to kill you. Sort of works in that kind of way. Your brain sort of has a funny way of handling that kind of information. It sort of gives you little guesses as to where they might be or where they might come from and so on. The lethal slot is, as we usually go with the C4, it's just perfect for sort of chucking over walls and chucking around corners and stuff like that. As we were describing with EOD, it's just really good like that, super powerful. And of course, the tactical slot is of course the stim shot. Like, flashes and stuns are really busted in this game, and if you do want to use them, you're a bit of a loser. Like, fight me, I don't care. And then the stim shot is it's just an extra life, basically, which is really, really powerful. Right, so our first attachment is one that you're going to be familiar with if you did watch the other Renetti class setup that we did make. In the barrel slot, we do have the MK3 burst mod, which is, as described, a custom pistol mod featuring a durable stainless steel barrel, MK3 series slide, and advanced trigger group that allows blazing fast 3-round bursts. With this, we do of course get fire rate increases and a 3-round burst of course, and a minor reduction to our recoil, which is not too much to worry about, especially for this class setup. Our fast fire rate is absolutely unbelievable with this. Like, you just fire off bursts so quickly, and because you have 2 of them, people really do not stand a chance at close range at all. Like, it's just no competition. It's basically the exact same as the 357 snake shot. Now, I can't believe I missed this in the first step. Like, having these akimbo is just completely busted, and it shouldn't be in the game, but apparently it is. So the Mark III burst mod is the perfect attachment here, and it's a great way to start off this overpowered class setup. We did of course have to drop the monolithic suppressor, unfortunately, to make way for some of the other attachments that we've chosen, which is a little bit disappointing, but we're not really going to be playing at long enough ranges where this is going to make up for that extra damage. I think the monolithic suppressor is only like a 7.5% damage increase or range increase, and with a hipfire akimbo kind of class, that's really not going to be too relevant here. In the laser slot, we have of course got the 1mW laser, but you're perfectly able to go with the 5mW laser as well. As I was saying before, information is very important, and that's why I've not gone with the 5mW laser. I've chosen the 1mW laser for that hipfire accuracy, but the 5mW laser is of course a good option for the hipfire accuracy and sprint to fire speed. But again, information is very important in Call of Duty. Like, the extra lasers, like you put out 2 lasers with akimbo pistols, so you'll have to hide them a lot better than you would normally, and this can actually get you killed a lot of the time with all the information that you're giving out to the enemies. They just sort of know where you're coming from a lot of the time. If you aren't sort of like tactical sprinting around, you can just be seen pretty much on the map all the time, which is a little bit unnecessary. So for this class, we're sort of going with a bit more stealth, a little bit more sort of sneaking around corners and stuff like that, taking people by surprise and just sort of blasting them away with 2 busted burst pistols. So of course we've gone with the 1mW laser. You do get the little red lasers, but people can't see them, which is just much better. We do get that hip fire accuracy, and it's just a fantastic attachment for this. Tac laser is no good, of course, because we can't aim down sight. And yeah, so the 1mW laser is the one that we've chosen, and it's a very good second attachment in this Renetti class setup. In the trigger action slot, we've of course got the lightweight trigger for another massive boost to our fire rate. You add the lightweight trigger and it's just absolutely insane. Like, you just shoot so quickly, and again, like, it feels like on pistol setups, each individual attachment is so super powerful, and they all play such a specific role that each make the weapon way more powerful in their own right. So especially with the akimbo, you've got 2 of them, just makes you shoot so quickly, and it's just unbelievable. You just it's hard to describe just how busted this is. Just, you sprint around corners and people die. So good. So of course, in the trigger action slot, we would go with the lightweight trigger, just because you get the fastest fire rate that is possible, and it does combine really well with the MK3 trigger barrel. Of course, with the amount of spam firing that we are going to be doing, we need something in the ammunition slot to increase our magazine size. Normally, the Renetti does have a 15-round magazine size overall, which 15 times 2, 30, and then you have sort of your extra clips as well, which is just not going to be enough. So 27-round mags gives us way more ammo, way more bursts, and you just, again, you can just go on mad rampages and just continue to kill people for so long with these. Plus, when you do have more ammo, your max ammo count is even higher, even with the maximum ammo from the fully loaded perk on the MP5. You just have so many bullets to spray at people. It's just completely unbelievable, and you just run around with 2 pistols and you just kill everyone. It's so great. I love it so much. I can't wait until more people see this, and it's going to make the game not fun. It was like when the 357 was originally found out to be absolutely busted, and then you just very slowly, like the first double XP weekend that came out, people were like, yeah, I'm going to try and level up the 357 to get that, and then it just ruined the game. And then the next patch, it was nerfed straight away. So I'm sure the nerfs will come to this, but at the moment, this is completely overpowered. And you can probably see that in the background. We just melt people, and absolutely wild. So of course, we've got the 27-round mags, and I think that's the 4th attachment in this class setup. Super busted. And lastly, of course, in the perk slot, we have of course got the Akimbo perk. Hip fire, 2 weapons, no aiming down sight. I mean, this is the class setup here. Like, this is the one that brings all these perfect attachments together. Like, your Mark III burst mod, your 1mW laser, lightweight trigger, 27-round mags. Everything gets doubled. Holding 1 pistol in each hand is just Oh, I can't believe I missed it the first time that video. It almost seems like a little bit of a conspiracy where he intentionally missed off the Akimbo perk so he'd be able to make another Renetti video. Well, if you're thinking that far ahead, well, good for you, because I'm not thinking that far ahead. I completely missed over this the first time. I looked at it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's probably not going to be that good. And then once I sort of considered how fast the fire rate was with the Mark III burst mod and the lightweight trigger, and then I sort of started thinking about it, and then I'm like, that's going to be pretty powerful. But I didn't sort of realize how powerful it was going to be until somebody actually killed me with it. Like, I was playing on Crash, and I was in the blue building, and I was sort of picking people off. I was on a pretty decent kill streak, and then somebody walked into the room, up the stairs. I didn't notice somehow, and they just absolutely mowed me down. And I'm like, what the hell did they have? And I looked, and they had one of these pistols in both hands, and I'm like, oh god, I've made a mistake here. So, of course, you are going to see more of this in your games as more people do unlock it. It is, of course, a absolute chore to unlock it at level 46 with the Mark III burst mod, but as people do unlock this more and more, you're going to see this more often. It's basically just the new 357 snake shot. So this is going to get nerfed at some point, and we'll see when that does happen. But at the moment, this is completely overpowered, so enjoy this class while it lasts, I guess. Of course, this is our full class setup here, as we normally do. We're going to go take a look at, again, everything that we do have here. The crucial bits here are the MP5 with the fully loaded perk. That's a nice little bonus to get that maximum ammo with the starting. And it's just a nice weapon to have, just in case you do want to pull out the MP5 and just start, like, mowing people down with another overpowered weapon. I guess you can do that too. And of course, the complete Renetti class setup with everything that we do have, including the Akimbo perk, which just makes this weapon absolutely broken. And the cute little doggo that we got here, like little doggo charm, that is excellent. But yeah, man, this is absolutely broken. I cannot believe that I didn't pick this up in the first class setup video. I guess it was so I could just make another video, am I right? But yeah, this is going to be the next big thing in the game that you're going to see everybody running around with. Like, you already see people running around with one Renetti. Like, every single sidearm that I see people running is just the Renetti now. I'm like, great. Awesome. You got your perks and your lethal and your C4. The perks aren't really too important. You can pretty much pick whatever you like here. This is just one of my personal preference with EOD, Ghost, and Tracker. C4 in the lethal slot. Again, these are all personal preference as well. And I feel like you kind of need the stim shot with the tactical. I mean, flashes and stuns are, again, really, really powerful. But yeah, I kind of hate using them, and they're just kind of a bit lame to use. So anyway, if you did enjoy this one and you did find this helpful, please make sure you do leave a like and do subscribe if you are new around here, of course. I do very much appreciate it and does very much help me out. We're, of course, very, very, very close to 1,000 subscribers now. I think we're, as of recording, again, about 977, 976 or so. So only like, what, 23 to go to 1,000, so do help me get there. It'll be a very big day for me, of course. I do appreciate it. Always. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next class setup or whatever we're going to do in the next video. I'm probably going to make another SKS broken class setup video or some dumb shit like that. I'll find something completely broken about the SKS and have to make another video on it like I did with this. But anyway, yes, like I said, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye!